it's 5:36 in the afternoon, and let me introduce you to a bunch of guys. Now, we've had in before, over the years, we've done a lot with the San Diego Enforcers. And, hey, Al, you may have to come in here and give me a hand or have some of the kids come back and help. You know, microphones and everything else. We got 5 dudes in here. Casey is going to lead us off here. He's the defensive coordinator of the team. He's also the vice president of the entire organization, the San Diego Enforcers. And Casey's who I was talking to yesterday, Billy Ray, about the situation that happened with one of the players on the San Diego Enforcers who's a Border Patrol agent. All right, Al, bring this mic right over to Casey. Let's get it right into his face. Man, we got a lot of beef. we got a lot of beef in this studio right now. We got a lot of beef. All right, see, this is the problem right here. You may have to hold this up a little bit. There you go. All right, don't mind us. All right, we'll get this stuff fixed. Casey, jump right into that mic.
Okay.
All right, Casey, if you could, for everybody that's tuning in right now, and I've talked about it a little bit yesterday and a little bit today, tell everybody what happened this past Saturday to one of the San Diego Enforcer players.
Well, it was Kurt Nagel. He was coming down and to make a tackle. He was in the correct position. The wide receiver by the Marines caught a slant. Kurt came a little bit too high. And, you know, it's just a football play. Unfortunately, he broke his neck. I mean, to put it in simple terms, vertebrae 1 and vertebrae 2. Billy Ray obviously knows this, and everybody here knows it's unfortunate things that happen in football. But again, Kurt is a fighter. We just actually got word before we got in here. He's actually off the breathing tube. And so it's, that's a sigh of relief for all of us.
So when a guy breaks his neck on a football field, you have Border Patrol agents, you have cops, you have sheriffs, you have correctional officers. Do you have EMTs that play on the enforcers? So do these guys, I'm not trying to be a smartass here, do they take off their gear and go into EMT mode on the spot? Really? Tell us about what happened.
It was impressive. We have a firefighter, Will Lauren, as well as Tony David, who stepped right into action. I've never seen them move like that. As far as aside from football, they, like you said, went right into action as far as EMTs are concerned. They secured him, made sure that his neck was secure, asked him all the right questions. It was really impressive to see because, aside from the football field, you really don't get to see these guys in action at work. And I think their quick action could probably have lessened the severity of what really happened to him.
So what is the severity? I mean, when you break 2 vertebrae in your neck, and as we talked about yesterday, he's already had 2 surgeries, right?
Correct.
And so what are we talking about here is, when I think of football players and injuries, neck injuries like this, I think of paralysis. What are we looking at here?
Well, to be honest, that was the first thing that I thought.
Sure.
When Kurt came to, the first thing he said is, I can't feel my body. Couldn't feel his legs, couldn't feel his arms, which I think everybody was probably holding their breath at that moment. Like I said, 2 of our players stepped into action, had asked the right questions, made sure all made sure he was okay. And he was able to move his legs a little bit and move his fingers. Again, that was a huge relief. But as far as him breaking his neck, like I said, he broke his number 1 and number 2 vertebrae, and it's going to be a long road. And so that's the scary part.
Long road to walking.
Yeah, it's walking. From what I understand, I was at the hospital the last couple of days. Is that he will be gain all his neck movement in his neck except for right to left. But again, I'm a pretty optimistic guy. I think he's gonna. He's young. He's 36 years old, I believe. Stays in great shape.
And he himself is a former Marine.
Correct, former Marine, and he is Border Patrol.
Wow. Let me talk to a couple of the guys here on the team, Billy Ray. You've met Chan Osgood. I hope I'm saying your first name right. Chan. Yes. Chan Osgood. Listen to this voice.
I know. It's the best.
What a freaking beast is what he is, this guy. First of all, how tall are you? About 6'6"?
No, I'm 6'3".
6'3"?
Yes.
And how much you weigh? About 3 bills?
No. Dude. So
I got him at 6'6", 300. I got him at 6'6", 300. He's at 6'3", 250, all right? I'm trying to get this guy a job in the NFL, all right? And Chan's been in here before. His brother is Kasim, and people know the name Osgood. And you're a correctional officer in a jail, right?
Yes.
What jail?
Donovan.
What's it called?
R.J. Donovan.
And where is that?
It's down Otay Mesa.
Yeah. Is that maximum security?
Yeah.
Bad dudes?
Yeah.
Murderers,
Yeah, murderers.
drug dealers,
Yes.
racists,
Yes.
yeah, rapists. Okay, I want to make sure I got them all. I want to make sure I got them all. I mean, skinheads,
All the above.
you got them. I mean, Muslims.
Yeah, it's Muslims.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make, I mean, because, it's a dangerous spot, dude. I mean, you ever encounter any real heavy-duty stuff in a jail?
Yeah, from time to time.
Really? Like any riots or anything?
Actually, yeah, we just had a 200-man riot.
No way.
A couple months ago. Yeah.
What do you do when that happens?
You just kind of get out of the way and let it happen, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to get hurt.
Well, initially, yeah, you worry about your staff, and as long as they're out of the way.
Yeah, let them all kill each other. Who cares?
Well, I mean, curtail it, but not.
I'm only joking, man. I'm only joking.
I don't want to.
I'm only joking.
have to say anything.
I'm only joking.
Just because he talks, you don't have to talk.
I'm only joking. We actually have, believe it or not, and I don't know what their access is to technology in the jail. We've had lots of callers, guys who are in jail from
Yeah,
down there who
yeah.
come listen to the show and they
Unfortunately,
call.
yeah, they get their hands on cell phones.
Yeah. So you're a tight end for the team.
Yes.
Just if you could, what from your perspective, when one of your teammates on the defensive side gets hit, are you watching the defense? I mean, did you see all this happen?
Yes, actually, I wasn't far from the play. It actually happened right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you go, oh no, that's bad? Like I can tell he's hurt.
Because he didn't move, yeah, and we could actually hear the hit. You can hear the pop. It's just tense moments.
Can you describe the play that it happened on?
He each came down. The receiver caught a slant.
Yeah.
He came down to deliver a blow, and just something about the blow. It was loud, and just like I said, he hit the ground and no movement. So automatically, your heart sinks, and you're
No doubt.
Tell us a little bit more, if you could. I'd love to get the microphone over to Larry Roberts over here. Hey, Larry, because you're a Border Patrol agent.
Yes, sir.
And do you and Kurt know each other professionally as Border Patrol agents?
I don't know Kurt. We have 7 or 8 different stations within San Diego sector, so I don't know Kurt personally, but
but you know him as a teammate,
I
obviously.
do know him as a teammate. As far as the Border Patrol goes, I mean, there's been a huge crowd of support, for him and his family and his speedy recovery, so forth and so on.
I asked Shane about being a guy inside of a prison. What do Border Patrol guys? Can you just describe for people? We never really talk about what do you guys exactly do? I see you guys in my mind like riding through a desert on like an ATV, looking for people crossing the border. That's what I think of.
Well, it's funny you said it because I'm actually on an ATV unit at this particular time. Exactly. So you called it out pretty good. I'm actually on your detail right now. On our ATV unit for Boulevard Station, which is way out east. And that's pretty much what it is. I mean, we're out in the middle of nowhere. You may be in a vehicle. You may be in a Jeep, a Tahoe. You may be in an ATV like me. You may be in a scope truck. I mean, there's a lot of different vehicles. You may even be in a pursuit vehicle that,
How frequently do you guys find illegal people trying to cross the border? Is that an everyday occurrence in your job?
24/7,
Come on.
365.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, there's no break in the action. I mean, you have you may catch somebody and you may have a little time there, but then it's right back to work.
How dangerous is it? I mean, because you never know as you come up on somebody, what are they carrying? Are they just a normal person that's just desperate to get out and get to America? Or are they a bad guy, drug dealer, killer? I mean, you just don't know. I mean,
you never know. I mean, it's one of those things like you don't know who you're dealing with until you get them back to the station and process them and take their information and so forth and so on. I mean, other than that, they're just you have to take each situation for what it is. Their demeanor, how they're acting, all that those different type of things. Because I mean, you have different people who cross the border who are coming here for work, who are coming here to do bad things, or who may have been convicted felons that got sent back, and they're it's so bad down there they need to come back to to the United States.
Billy Ray, when you look at this guy right here, Larry Roberts, this Border Patrol agent, what position does he play? Just take a look at that body type. What position is this guy?
He would have to be a free safety.
Could you stand straight up for us, Larry? Let me take a look at it. How tall are you? About 6'2", 6'3"?
6'2".
Yeah, 6'2", 215, 220. Yeah, all right. You say safety?
Free safety, yeah.
I'm gonna go outside linebacker. What do you got?
I play receiver.
We know our football.
All right, just to spend a couple more minutes with the rest of these characters that are in here today. Which
You know what? The
great guys.
earrings should have thrown us off.
Right,
We
right.
should have.
Diva earrings. Yeah,
exactly,
right.
Gotta look good.
Right. Ronnie McFadden is right over here. He works for the San Diego Sheriff's Department. He works in the Central Jail. Is that right, Ronnie?
Yes, sir.
And what position do you play?
I play inside linebacker.
Okay, now were you on the field when Kurt got hurt?
Negative, no, sir. I was on the sideline. It was we played the first 3 quarters, and then I go ahead and side out because we were up at that point in time. So we're trying to make sure.
What was the score?
47-15 at that point in time.
Well, you're beating up on those poor Marines, huh?
We were having a good game.
Now, are these Marines like 20 years old or what?
Well, again, a lot of the guys are younger. Some of them they're enlisted. Some of them go overseas. They come back. So a lot of the time, the ages can range. But again, the average Marine tends to be younger in age, so 20 to 23 age group.
And one of the things about the San Diego Enforcers that's always impressed Billy Ray and I is that you guys, this is all on your own dime, right? I mean, the travel, I suppose the equipment. I mean, you guys play football for passion. You guys, and you guys are working in jails, you're working the Border Patrol. These are not lucrative multi-million-dollar jobs that you guys have. I mean, you guys are putting your own money into this deal, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's like you need more spare time. Yeah, this is all on your own time, man. That's the most
right.
amazing thing.
Yeah, that's right. So did you see the play, though, where Kurt got hurt?
I did see the play that happened. I saw it was a slant that the guy broke to the inside. It was a play where it looked like it was going to be a big hit in our favor. The Marine that caught the ball, he was able to get his footing and saw the hit coming on. And again, it was a clean hit. Nothing against them, nothing against us. It's just, football, it happens. It happens. It's unfortunate. And, you don't want it to happen to anybody. It's just Kurt. One of the first guys I met other than my department that I talked to, and you can tell he's a genuinely good person. And you just never want to see something like that happen to anybody. So.
And here's Kurt, like I said, a former U.S. Marine, now working as a U.S. Border Patrol agent with 3 young kids. I saw his wife on TV. She had me bawling my eyes out because she's hysterical. She's a mess, of course. She's saying, hey, look, he's the bread earner of the family. We don't make a fortune. We got 3 mouths to feed, and now my husband's got 2 broken bones in his neck, can't move, and how are we going to feed our kids, and how are we going to take care of our family? So, Casey, where are we in the fundraising on this GoFundMe page?
We're about halfway to our goal.
Goal is $100,000?
Our goal was $50,000. I mean, $100,000 would be great.
Okay, I thought because I saw on the GoFundMe, like it started at 0 and it ended at 100. But okay, it's 50,000.
That'd be great.
It must be percentage then.
Yeah, probably so. And so we're at close to about 50%. Obviously, it's business Saturday. The GoFundMe page started on the day after the injury. And so every little penny helps. I mean, it's cliche to say, but every penny does help.
And what are we using this money for? Is it just for medical treatment? Is it for, paying the mortgage or the rent? Is it for feeding the kids? Or what are we planning on using this money for?
It's all of the above, quite honestly. I mean, guys on the team actually have stepped up and are going to be bringing his kids food and dinners, lunches, everything. Obviously, you could imagine Angela's pretty much at the hospital 24/7. Mm-hmm. And so we got people, unfortunately they weren't able to celebrate Easter. We had guys step up and get their kids Easter baskets. So, if you've seen our email chain among the team, it's amazing. We always say our organization is family, and unfortunately it takes things like this to happen to really see what it really means to be an enforcer. And I could speak probably for everybody, but obviously I have a mic in front of them. But we're all proud to be part of this organization.
Well, it's interesting, cops, EMTs, firefighters, correctional officers, whatever. Anybody in law enforcement, you think of that as being a big extended family. But when you put, how many guys are on the team? 30, 40 guys, right?
About
if that,
60,
yeah.
60, actually.
You put that many guys on a team, and now they're coming from all different walks of law enforcement life, and then something like this happens, everybody just immediately bonds together. Peter Seidler from the Padres was just here. He put in another $1,000. I'll have to figure out how we're going to get that money to you guys. Yeah, and then we tell people, and Ace, I want you to jump into the mic here because I see you've got a keychain that says Semper Fi. You yourself must have been a Marine. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I was in the Marine Corps.
How long were you in?
Almost 4 years.
This is Ace Cortez. He works in a federal prison in corrections, right?
Correct, downtown.
Yeah, and so, man, you got a lot of tats, dude.
Just a couple.
Damn, man, you got arms, man. Look at these tats. Man, what is all that?
Scare tactics.
That's Marine Corps tactics. Some art that, like...
How long were you in the Marines?
Almost 4 years.
Really? And how long you been out?
Now it's going to be 8 years.
Really? And so, didn't you feel bad? You guys were beating up on the Marines the way you were?
No, luckily we actually got to talk to them beforehand and
told them what was coming.
Warn them a little bit. We got some
personal.
salty Marines on the field too.
Yeah.
What position you play?
Outside and inside linebacker.
Were you on the field when Kurt sustained this injury?
I was.
Okay, and what did you see or hear?
Kurt went to make the tackle and he got the worst end of it. He came downhill. It was a big collision. there was no. I was on my way to back him up, and there's no way I could have avoided seeing what I saw. Definitely takes your breath away, and to see your brother down there, not just as a Marine, but also brother law enforcement, to look at you and tell you, I can't feel my legs. It's just. Yeah.
It's real, man. Yeah, it's hardcore. All right, so Casey, give everybody. We've heard the story, man. We please tell everybody how, for those that are inspired, that have been listening, that know how hard you guys work, and appreciate all the work that you guys do as cops and correctional officers and border patrol agents and everything else. How can people contribute and help Casey? Not you, help Kurt Nagel and his family. Casey, tell everybody how they can go ahead and help.
We have a GoFundMe page set up for Kurt. You can access that through either our Facebook page at San Diego Enforcers or our website at www.sandiegoenforcers.com. There'll be a link there to donate to Kurt and his family. That's probably going to be the easiest way. Again, there you get the direct messages from both those pages, both the Facebook page as well as the website as well. If there's anything else that, people wanted to contribute, not only monetarily, but willing to help, giving time and helping out with his family as well. But again, go to the GoFundMe page.
Here's the deal. I'm looking at the GoFundMe page now. If you go to SanDiegoEnforcers.com, you just scroll down a little bit. There's the story of Kurt Nagel. There's this beautiful picture of him and his little daughter. And right now, we are at $23,950. The goal is to get to $50,000. Peter Seidler put in another $1,000, so we're nearby $25,000. So we're halfway to this goal. And I don't know how this exactly works, but we have to get to the $50,000 to get all the money, or will we? Let's say you got the $40,000. Will we get that money to the Nagel family?
Yes.
We will.
Yep.
And how long does this go on for? Do you know?
I'm not exactly sure what the deadline is,
okay.
But obviously the sooner the better,
right?
Just for the family, obviously, to give you peace of mind. Again, if you had a chance to meet Angela, she's doing amazing. I mean, as best as you could think of with our family in this situation.
The San Diego Enforcers back in studio, man. We've had you guys in for a long time, man. We
appreciate it.
No, it's our pleasure. I mean, I'm looking for some new faces now. You used to be Sully, who used to come in here. You guys remember him?
Yep.
Crazy Sully.
Yep.
Dave King, who I called and said, I guess he was out of town looking at colleges with his daughter. So anytime we can help, man, we're glad to. And if you need more from us to continue to spread the word, we're happy to do it. Casey, Chan, Ronnie, Ace, and Larry, thank you guys for what you guys do as law enforcement officers, and thanks for what you're doing to get the word out for Kurt Nagel and his family.
Thank you.
Really good stuff. Really good.
Thanks.
Al, are we hitting this break here? Okay, listen, it's 5:54 in the afternoon. Kevin Acey will pull in for a crosstalk. Everybody stick around, and don't forget, you can help out the Nagel family. All you have to do is go to SanDiegoEnforcers.com, scroll down a little bit. There's a link. It says click here, and there are 25,000 in to 50,000 to help this young man